Hi everyone, Melissa Larina, the job interview coach, and I am here to help you get HR to look really, really good so that you can get a callback. So how can you do that? In terms of why it's important for HR to look good, I wanted to share with you one story. It was a client that I had who used to work in learning and development. And this client wanted to get into a completely different field. So what she shared with me during that coaching experience was that when she was in the learning and development role, she really made a point to make sure that all of the managing directors that were the business owners saw her as someone that had good judgment, someone that they could rely on, someone that could really filter out vendors that were not as effective, someone they could trust. And the reason why I mention this is because this insight is in my HR toolkit, and it's one of 10 insights to help you figure out what's going on in the minds of those HR professionals or recruiters so that you can step up your game and actually address what really matters to them and get a call back. So this idea of, really making sure that your reputation and your judgment are being reflected in a favorable light when you are passing along job candidates is important. And I suggest you use this to your advantage in 3 ways. So here are some ways that you can use this insight to better prepare than anyone else that's going for that job when you talk to a recruiter who has this on his or her mind. So one thing that you might want to do is just think to yourself, how can you spoon feed all the information that this recruiter or HR professional needs so that they can go and communicate to the hiring manager why you are the right person for the job? So what should you spoon feed the HR person or the recruiter so they can then sell you on your behalf when you are not there? One thing you should definitely share with an HR professional is your goals. So what are your professional goals? Also your skills. So this comes directly from the job description. In my perspective and what I've seen with my clients, the job description is the centerpiece of the entire job hunt process. It really serves as the centerpiece because that is what your target audience, in this case HR, that's what they're looking for in terms of your skills and qualities. And then the other thing that HR wants to really have on hand is essentially if you're the right cultural fit. And so that boils down to many times your leadership qualities. So if you have your leadership qualities, if you have the skills that map to the job description, and then also if you can tell HR or a recruiter your goals, then in turn, they will be better prepared to talk to a hiring manager about you, and they will look good because they asked the right questions. So here's the caveat. Don't wait for HR or a recruiter to ask you these points. Instead, come prepared. And that's why you have to really think about how you can step up your game. In the HR toolkit, what I do for you is I give you an example of the way that you can actually better prepare for any conversation at any point in the recruitment process with HR. So I encourage you to follow the bit.ly link and read more about what the HR toolkit can do in terms of the benefits of actually looking at sample interview answers that other people have provided to talk to that cultural fit question, and then also how others have literally spoon-fed HR and recruiters the information that they've needed in order to secure extremely aggressive and hard to get opportunities out there in the world. The other thing that the HR toolkit will do is it'll shed light on the fact that there is a magic formula for how you should present your desired salary range. There really is, but it's a matter of you figuring out the range you are comfortable with. That is a starting point, and I really suggest you think about that. Even if you don't purchase the HR toolkit, it's important. Again, those are the 3 things you have to spoon feed HR. Definitely get to know the HR toolkit. It is relevant to anyone that has a conversation with human resources and has not gotten a callback from HR. If that is you, then shop the HR toolkit. Have an amazing day. I wish you so much luck in your search, and please make sure that you go into any conversation with HR in the mindset that you want to help them look good kind of like Vidal Sassoon, so that you can look good. Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. Take care. Melissa Lorena, the Job Interview Coach.